Patty Purcell. I'm on staff here, and I'd like to welcome you all to the Scranton Cultural Center at the historic Masonic Temple. We have a wonderful presentation for you this evening, and we're really glad that you're all here. A nice, lively crowd, so this is going to be a lot of fun. A couple announcements. The exits are in the rear of the hall, and there's also one up here in the event of an emergency, which I doubt there will be. You know where the elevator is because that's where you came off. The ladies' room is right across from the elevator. Men's room is out in the main lobby to the left over in the corner. If after the show you don't want to wait for the elevator, you can take the stairs, which is all the way down the end of the hall, and it kind of just winds down to the first floor. A couple of announcements. Okay, again, we welcome you as we present WNEP TV's Thursday Talk, and our topic for this evening is beauty. We'd like to thank and acknowledge our sponsors that help make this performance possible: Cadden Brothers, ERA Realty, First Liberty Bank and Trust, Hazori Dental, Sanderson State Street Salon. And we also like to extend a thank you to our partners, the Everhart Museum, Lackawanna County Library System, and this performance is supported in parts by grants from the Pennsylvania Council on the Arts, Lackawanna County Office of Arts and Culture, and the Lackawanna County Commissioners. Don't forget our upcoming performances. Our next Thursday talk, sponsored by WNEP 16, is March 4th, and that is going to be Home and Garden, so just in time for spring. Okay, and then also on February 20th, here, down on our main stage, Elvis is coming back to life, again. This is our program. If anybody didn't get one for this evening, we may have run out, just share. But you'll see some of our upcoming events inside, and you'll also see our wonderful sponsors. So we have a lot, and we're very, very grateful to all our sponsors who support our programs here, and we're truly, truly grateful for all of you for supporting our programs as well. And hopefully we'll see more of you at more of our shows that we have. You can always check out our website. It's www.scrantonculturalcenter, all one word, .org. And it's all up to date with just pages and pages of events. So check us out. The 2010 is also our 80th anniversary, so we're celebrating in all different kinds of ways. We're having parties, and we are bringing back Dancing with the Stars again this year. We have Evening of Fine Food and Wine in April. Lots of good things, so check us out. Also, too, I saw this on the table. If you go to Dr. Albert Hazori Dental, and you mention WNEP TV 16, you get 10% off any cosmetic dental treatment. Nice. Right there. Hey, 10%. It's pretty good. So, we're going to get this show started. So, it is my pleasure to introduce our hostess, our MC extraordinaire, a woman you're all very familiar with, Laurie Cadden. Come on up, Laurie. Here she is.
I'm here.
There
Hi,
she is.
everybody. Hi, everybody. We have a lot to talk about today. And as we said, this show is all about beauty, and man, do we have beauty. Not only the two guys are going to talk first, but the lovely models and all of the guys and gals at Sanderson State Street Salon. So you're in for a night of true beauty. So I'd like to introduce our first talkers, as we say. We have the handsome, keep smiling up there, Dr. Hazori. Dr. Albert Hazori of Hazori Dental. He's our first speaker, and then followed, or maybe in conjunction with, we have Dr. Joseph Karam. Please give these guys a nice round of applause.
Thank you.
Take it away, Doctor.
I'm just wondering if I'm in the right place.
You are.
Doesn't look dentistry here, but thank you, Lori, and thanks to Matt Flynn and Pat Rossetti and Aaron Spicer for inviting us. Again, my name is Albert Hazori, and this is Dr. Joseph Karam. He's an orthodontist, and he's going to be talking to you about the newest ways to straighten teeth. So let's get started. Okay. A beautiful smile. It makes, if somebody has straight white teeth, it makes you feel better. That's just the way it is. And throughout life, especially the last 20 years of life, there's been a smile revolution. Cosmetic dentistry is Plastic surgery takes up about 32% of the increase in demand, but in the last 15 to 20 years, dentistry, cosmetic dentistry, has, gone out of the roof. The different therapies that have been provided now include Zoom, whitening, bonding, porcelain veneers, and what we're going to talk about, lumineers. I'm not good with this clicker, so attractive smile. Attractive smile, straight white teeth. That's the bottom line. About several years back, when they had the extreme makeovers, Oprah Winfrey invited all the healthcare practitioners, the plastic surgeons, the ophthalmologist, psychologist, nutritionist, everybody on, and had a panel. And they asked, what is the one thing that anybody can do to get an immediate effect of changing their appearance and feeling better? And resounding, everyone said, get your teeth whitened. Do something with your teeth, because it's quick, easy, and relatively speaking, inexpensive. So that's where lumineers come in. So what are lumineers? Lumineers were developed as a way to attract patients that had phobias about coming into the office to have a beautiful smile if whitening or bleaching wasn't available to them. So when you see permanent, pleasant, painless, it truly, truly is. And I'm sure everybody knows that dentistry's been around for a long time, and the archaic methods that they used to restore people's teeth has caused many people, almost half of America, to be scared to go to the dentist. But I assure you, it's all changed. Everything's changed. And this lumineer procedure has really helped people obtain a beautiful smile that would want one. So the traditional ways, that doesn't make you too upset, if people had crooked and turned teeth and discolored, you'd have to put crowns, which means you'd have to reduce tooth structure to obtain this. And with lumineers, you do not have to do that. As you can see by that graphic, lumineers are as thin as a contact lens. It takes 2 visits to make these. There is no anesthesia, meaning no needles, no injections. There's rarely tooth structure that has to be removed unless there's a little overlap of teeth. So basically you go to the dentist, and if you could stand somebody putting some putty in your mouth for 3 minutes, you can get lumineers. It's really, really incredible. And the best part about it is they've been around for a long time, and the results as far as how they last in normal everyday life, that's with people smoking, coffee, tea, the different acids that are produced in your mouth. There's a 20-year clinically proven track record, which makes them an incredible alternative to get your teeth whitened. So no matter how young or old, anybody can have lumineers. I have a few slides, and what you see there on the upper is a young man. Believe me, he was a young man, and he has chipped teeth, short teeth, misaligned teeth, and in 2 visits, with just an impression, just a little putty in your mouth, we were able to do his front 8 teeth, and they're bonded directly on, and that's the result. And I have a few more. This young lady here fell when she was younger, and she had the traditional bonding, which wore off, chipped, and that's the view on the left. And then on the right, after 6 lumineers were placed on, it's an immediate result. And that's what we're looking at, is immediate results. There's some more bonding on this young man in a shortened tooth. And it's very difficult to just do one tooth. So this person had the 2 front teeth lumineers to get the exact match. And that helped out with their smile. So here's a person that Dr. Karam, I wanted them to take care of, because you can see the crowding and the misaligned teeth on the left side. He was getting married, needed to get in, needed a smile that's going to last a lifetime. So he didn't want to get the braces or the Invisalign. He needed something immediate, and we did the upper, and as you can see, it made a dramatic difference. And then the next few slides, I'm going to show some faces. And this young boy, who's a good-looking boy, and he's a better-looking boy after the Invisalign. And again, that was absolutely no drilling, and it straightened out his teeth. Again, all the alternatives to do this are available through orthodontics, but when somebody's looking to get a smile, straight, symmetrical, white teeth, it could be done relatively very quick. And here's a pretty drastic change. The one on the left, the thing that sticks out, that's a crown. Those are traditional crowns. It's a metal-based restoration, and porcelain is baked over it. So there's a certain thickness to it. Most dentists don't even do this thing anymore on front teeth, because they also make lumineers into crowns, which means there's no metal. They're very thin, and they're bonded directly to the teeth. So it gives the appearance of just a beautiful smile. You can put lumineers over crowns, but that would be an additional bulkiness. So this gentleman had a new crown, but it was supplemented with lumineers. And then I think I have 1 or 2 more slides. Right here, not a bad-looking girl, and the symmetry and the whiteness and the alignment was enhanced by lumineers. And lumineers have been written in many publications, and one of the best is Dentistry Today, and it's a proven procedure, and as you can see, that's how thick they are. Whoever wears contacts will appreciate that. And that's my cosmetic team, Dr. Louis Janella and Dr. Corey Camille. And I think that's it. And if you want to ask questions now, or when Dr. Karam's complete with his, it's whenever you'd like to ask some questions, we'd be more than happy to answer. Are you ready, Doctor? Thank you, by the way.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is J.R. Karam. I am a resident trained specialist in orthodontics and dental facial orthopedics. I opened a practice in Scranton, and I'd like to thank the Cultural Center for providing such a beautiful venue for me to speak this evening to you about orthodontics. All right, so some statistics. 75% of people could use straighter teeth. And I'm not just talking about the type of straight teeth for aesthetics, although that's the main focus of tonight. And I know that'll be the main focus for the rest of tonight. But I'm also talking about the functional part of your bite and the way that your bite comes together, and what orthodontics provides, which is a stable bite and a bite that can prevent wear and fracture of your teeth throughout time. And sorry about that. And the type of bite that you really want to establish to promote good health. Straight teeth are easier to clean, and it does promote good dental health. Although you can see on the statistics there, a lot of people will actually forego the benefits of orthodontic treatment. Sorry about that again. And they'll forego the benefits of orthodontic treatment because they are actually afraid of metal brackets or braces on the teeth. So what are the alternatives to metal brackets and braces? And the first thing I'll talk about tonight is Invisalign. And to learn about Invisalign, we need to know what aligners are. Aligners are small, clear plastic trays that snap over your teeth. Somebody may even have them in their mouth this evening. The old way that we used to make them was with a model, a stone model that we would pour. We would trim the teeth off, align the teeth, and make on the vacuum forming machine a small, clear plastic tray. And we would do this again and again and again. And then came Align technology. And this is the company Invisalign. And from one single impression, from one putty impression in your mouth, we actually make a three-dimensional model of your teeth, a computerized model that I can perform treatment on from start to finish. So everything is done within a 10-minute appointment, and then you only need to attend appointments to actually get the aligners and to wear the aligners. So how does this work? Let me see if I can get this movie to go. All right, so there's an aligner, a series of aligners, and you'll see that the first aligner is irregular, and that as the aligners progress, the teeth become straighter and straighter and straighter, so the 3D model was straighter as it went along. As you seat the first aligner, it's actually very snug and it's tight, and it exerts force on the teeth that we like to move. That force then allows the tooth to biologically respond and to move, and you advance to the next aligner in around 2 weeks' time. You advance all the way through your aligners to actually get the prescribed tooth movement, or the tooth movement that we want from start to finish. Never having to wear braces, but one thing is very important, it's compliance. And we'll talk about that. So here are a few cases. This patient came to see me. They were very unhappy with the front teeth. We call them the incisor teeth. They were irregular. And he didn't want to do braces, and so we went ahead and treated him with Invisalign. It took 11 months. We started, his chief complaint was actually his lower incisor teeth. And his father, that's one thing that I think is the chief complaint I get from adults, is the incisor irregularity. Throughout our whole life, all of your teeth move forward in the bone. And as they move forward, the lower and the upper teeth will become more irregular. He saw his father's teeth, he didn't want teeth like his father's, and so we went ahead and treated him. Now he has a bonded lingual retainer on his lower teeth that is removed 1 year after treatment, and then he wears a retainer every night after that just to maintain the result he got. And that's just a before and after. The incisor irregularity isn't so apparent from the front. So this was a patient that is actually referred from Dr. Hazuri. They wanted cosmetic dentistry to just bang, get everything done. But that would be crowns or veneers. But he felt as though he would have to remove too much tooth structure on a healthy tooth to get the results. So he referred her for orthodontics. She didn't want braces, so we went ahead and treated her with Invisalign. This case was done in 10 months, and we were able to derotate the front teeth, the front incisors. And also on the bottom, she had one tooth that was very far towards the tongue. We were able to treat it relatively quickly. Afterwards, she was happy with her result of her teeth, the shape, but the color was something that I think she went ahead and bleached, and I don't have any photos from that. So the advantages of Invisalign, it's clear. You can't even see it. You can remove it. You can brush and floss your teeth normally, and that's a huge advantage. Now the disadvantages are compliance. What I mean by that, and I don't have compliance problems with my adults, but I do with my teenagers. You have to wear these aligners as prescribed. That's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all the time, besides when you're eating, drinking, or brushing and flossing your teeth. And so compliance plays a large part. And another disadvantage, and I have braces on right now, I have braces, and the reason I do is that Invisalign isn't great at every single tooth movement. There are certain tooth movements where the efficiency of moving the tooth, especially the root of a tooth, is ineffective. So what do you do if you can't use Invisalign? And that's where we can start talking about ceramic braces or clarity braces. They're a whole different animal than what they used to be. They are small, they're clear, they don't stain, they're hard, they're easy to remove from your teeth when we're done, and they provide a really good result. It's the next best thing that we can get aesthetically, perhaps besides lingual braces, which go on the inside of your teeth instead of the outside. But it's another alternative to metal braces. So there are simply some cases where Invisalign's out. We have ectopic teeth, which teeth coming in a place where It's very hard to vertically move a tooth or to move it up and down, and we need to move roots in this case. And so we decided to treat her with ceramic brackets, and it took us around 22 months, and we were able to then give her the smile that she wanted without any removal of tooth structure and without too many problems because of her ceramic brackets. Another case, very similar situation, high canine, have to bring it down, or a lateral tooth that needs to move out. And again, after 20 months of treatment, we were able to attain a pretty good result for this patient as well. Again, just a before and an after case. This was treated with ceramic brackets, around 24 months in treatment, and it was it really got the patient exactly what they wanted. And that's what you have to realize, the difference between Invisalign and ceramic brackets. It's what you want out of treatment, and as long as you have realistic goals, it's very easy to treatment plan what it is that's best for you. And now, I think we can take any questions, and any questions that I can't answer tonight, please feel free to contact us over the website. We have an email address there, just in case I don't get anything tonight. But if anybody would like to ask any questions about lumineers, cosmetic dentistry, orthodontics in general, or Invisalign specifically, I'd be more than happy to answer them.
Hold on, I'm coming over. Dr. Hazuri, do you want to go up to the podium, and that way if we have questions, you're both there? Who had the question? Somebody here had a question.
How much?
All right, so that's a good question. Invisalign is traditionally about 10 to 20% more expensive than regular braces, which puts them at about the same level as ceramic braces. In this area, I mean, it's different all over the place. You go to New York City, you're probably talking around $10,000, but here it's more in like the $4,000 to $7,000 range, depending on your case and complexity. But just a straight answer, that's the best sort of straight, generalized answer I could give.
I don't need a fight. I'm coming to you. Aerobics.
Hi, is Invisalign covered by health insurance like regular orthodontia?
It is. Orthodontics is covered by many dental health insurances, and that's something that on an individual basis we'd have to see. But yes, it is. It's covered under, if you have orthodontic coverage, you have coverage for Invisalign.
I have a question.
Yes.
It seems like Invisalign cases are much sooner. You said 11 months, 10 months than regular braces.
Treatment planned normally, because there's a fixed set of aligners, it can be faster or slower. And in the cases that I showed you here, the way that I treatment plan and diagnose in particular, and it's just a difference of philosophy. I like to wait until the time is right to start treatment and to get in and to get out and to get the best result in the shortest period of time. And Invisalign helps us accomplish that. But we have cases that are as short with braces as well.
Dr. Karam, I have a question. You said earlier in your presentation that as you get older, your teeth sort of push forward. So if you get braces, whatever style, as an adult versus when you're an adolescent or whenever you would actually get them, is it harder to treat adults than it would be if you got it sooner? Or how will they move again once it happens? What goes on with that?
That's a good question. Retention is the phase where after you're finished with your orthodontics, you wear retainers. And the old philosophy was that you wear retainers for whatever it is, a few months or a year, and you are done. We know now with all the long-term studies that teeth are not stable, period. The soft tissue inside your mouth, your tongue, and your cheeks are always going to apply light biological pressure to your teeth and cause them to move, along with other variables that are sort of on the outside with diet and other things. So teeth move throughout your whole life, and retention is lifetime, which means a retainer for 3 months full-time, and then retainer at night, whether it's 2, 3, 4 nights a week. That's the way it is now. Whatever it was before, however orthodontics, whatever anyone else has heard, treatment now based on the literature is retention lifetime. Now, is it harder to move adult teeth? Not really. It may take a little bit longer because the bone on the outside of the teeth is cortical bone, and it thickens. The bone that supports the teeth thickens throughout our life to help support the teeth under force. So as that bone thickens, it can slow down tooth movement in adults, but not dramatically. So it's not as hard.
Okay, we have another question here. Hold on.
I have a question for Dr. Hazuri. Doctor, what happens if one has the lumineers and then one gets a cavity or something underneath? How do you treat that?
Well, you won't get cavities underneath.
Okay.
They are bonded directly to the tooth surface. You would only get a cavity if you got a cavity in any other way on your normal teeth. That is, lack of flossing, you know, a high sugar diet or things like that. But that lumineer covers the entire facing of your tooth. So it's an impossibility to get a cavity. But you still have your real tooth on the back and in the sides. So if you don't floss or brush correctly, you can get a cavity that way. But it's impossible to get a cavity on the tooth.
And Dr. Hazuri, on the lumineers, when I have and my family has, the gums recede and mine are a little, I can see the difference in mine. And my grandmother and my father had it. What happens with the lumineer? Like if you have a crown, you can see that. What happens with that? Do you have to replace them, or are they permanent in that sense, or what happens with that?
Well, the photo that we had showed with that gentleman that had the crown that was really not good looking
Right.
was the conventional crowns with metal and they baked porcelain. So if your gum receded, you would see a dark line, and the dark line would be the metal of the underlying crown. Lumineers, there's no metal. It's strictly a zirconium glass composite. So if you did have a slight recession as you got older, which I know, Laura, you don't get older.
Today's my birthday, actually. I am older today. Was that a segue or what?
If after many years, if your gums did recede, you'd be able to place, first of all, there'd just be tooth showing, so it wouldn't be unattractive, but you'd be able to place some composite, which is a bonding on that area, and that should satisfy it.
Oh, good. Who else has questions?
Let's get
Okay, we have
Sandra.
another one. One more.
Hi. It seems like a lot of times some adults' teeth move. Like, does it matter about the longevity of wearing the brace as when you were a child? Because a lot of my adult friends, I had braces and their teeth are very crooked. So,
Well, the old philosophy of retention was to wear them for a fixed period of time, and then you were set free. And we found out, unfortunately, the hard way, the whole orthodontic community. There was a very good 35-year study that was done out in Seattle, and we found that teeth will move. And in fact, old diets used to wear the teeth so that the teeth dimension, the width of each tooth, would actually decrease a little bit throughout your whole life. But our diets are very different now. Genetics plays a large role in it also, but stability just simply doesn't exist. And so it didn't matter how long you had braces. There are a few variables with how you finish after your orthodontic treatment that can lead to a certain degree of stability, but retainers are the answer. And nighttime retention, not only to keep the teeth straight, but to protect them from wear, is what's recommended now.
So for the rest of your life, it's retainers.
Well, yeah, I know that sounds horrible.
No, it's
Yeah.
preventative.
No, that sounds horrible. But really, it's the kind of thing where once you get into the habit of doing it, most of my patients don't want to go to bed now without their retainers in, whether it's just to protect their teeth from grinding, not just to keep their teeth straight. It really does promote dental health. And so it's something now that if you really want to maintain the results of all the effort that you've gone through, retention is lifetime.
Great. Any other questions?
Lori,
Yes.
I do want to make a comment. I have definitely seen a trend in the last several years of adults wanting to have a nicer smile after they take care of their children and all these other things. And I think in their head they thought that the only thing that can happen is, conventional dentistry. And I've seen a shift to the newer orthodontic procedures like Invisalign. And I see more and more adults getting this Invisalign and other orthodontic procedures because there's absolutely no dentistry done to your teeth. There's no needles and anything else. And then when they're done straightening their teeth, they just get a simple whitening procedure. So 20 years ago, it was different. It was mainly orthodontics, children. That was the association. And I don't know about Dr. Karen, but a lot of the orthodontists that I talk to, they say over 50% of their practice is adults right now, not children.
It's wonderful. It's a good thing because you made a good point. So many people in the past have focused on getting their children's teeth straightened and whitened and everything, and now it's time for the parents. So that's the boomer generation, I think. We're stepping up there. But I want to tell you, if anyone else has any other questions that I missed. Okay, I'd like to thank Dr. Joseph Hazzouri and Dr. Albert Hazzouri, Dr. Albert Joseph Karen and Dr. Albert Hazzouri. Excuse me on that.
Either I just got a son or a brother.
They're in the same building, so you can get either one of them. But any of your orthodontic needs, Dr. Joe Karen, and any of your dentist needs, you can go to Hazzouri Dental and see either one of these handsome guys. Thank you, guys. Okay, we're getting ready for our fashion show. I'd also like to thank Dr. Albert Hazzouri because he not only is a presenter tonight, but also one of our sponsors of Thursday Talks, and I greatly appreciate his help, and so does the Cultural Center. So thanks, Doctor. We're getting ready for the fashion show. Okay, we'd like to also thank another one of our Thursday Talk sponsors this evening. Someone who has been a great support to us this year, has been to all of our past Thursday Talks. Joanne Cummings and the gals from Sanderson State Street Salon. Let's give a warm welcome to all our ladies and gentlemen. Let's hear it again for those models. Please. Woo!
What do you think so far? Thank you so much. We're really excited to be here. I want to thank the models. Would they please stand? They did a great job. And the staff, we have some staff back there. They made it possible. Thank you. I'm going to introduce who we have up here tonight. We have Ronnie, Mary Jo, Danielle, Aaron, Stephen, Catherine and Tiffany, and their models, Jillian and Maria. So tonight I'm going to get started on Danielle. I'm going to give her a texture. Texture is really in for the season. So I'm going to slick her hair back in the front, from the front of her hair to like behind her ear. And it's going to be slick and shiny and straight. And then in the back, I'm going to make more movement with a flat iron, and it's going to be more of a natural look. So there's two different textures in the hair. So whenever you want to get started, we can ask questions and about all our services. We have Aaron here for nails and pedicures, and the rest for cuts and colors. And we have a new keratin treatment for frizzy hair. You can see the difference in Mary Jo's hair, her curly hair back here in the picture, and her straight hair. So, thank you. Whenever you're ready.
I'm just going to touch a little bit on what Catherine and Tiffany are doing with their models. They're actually both doing makeup applications, two different types, I believe. Am I right, Catherine?
Maria, we're going to do a natural look. We're going to take it, real natural, something you would wear every day. I'm going to go over eyebrow shaping, and eyeliner, and lip gloss.
Wonderful. And Tiffany?
With Jillian, we're doing a smoky eye. A lot of clients have always asked me how to do a smoky eye, so today I'm going to demonstrate how you can do it by yourself. There's many different ways that you can go about doing it, so today we're going to do the most dramatic way. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Thanks.
Just raise your hand, anyone, and I'll come over with the microphone. Yep.
Giselle. Hold on, right here.
Hi. Is that Mary Jo with curly hair behind her?
Yes.
So what did you do to get that straight hair? And is it that Japanese kind of straight treatment that I heard about previously, or is this something new?
She's asking because she has curly hair, so.
Okay, as you can see with Mary Jo's picture in the back, that's her natural curl. And we did the new keratin treatment on her. And that is a treatment. It's not a relaxer or like a Japanese straightener like you had asked. And what it does is it puts the natural protein that's already in your hair on the cuticle, and then you flat iron over it to seal that in so you have this amazing shine and healthy look. Her hair today was just blown dry. We used to use a brush on it, and that's the difference. We did her 2 weeks ago. My other client, Danielle, if you could stand up for me. We did her 4 months ago. Now her hair is also very curly, kind of frizzy. And you can see, opposed to like with the Japanese straightener, you still can get body and curl into the hair, but you still keep that really shiny, healthy look.
Is it permanent?
No, it lasts about 3 to 5 months, depending on how often you wash your hair. Usually the people that are getting it have thicker hair, so they wash their hair between like 2 to 3 days. So the less you wash it, the longer it's going to last. But 3 to 5 months to get your hair done in 10 minutes, yeah, she goes a whole week. So that's a big difference with people that are spending like an hour on their hair to get it to look like that.
And actually, if I could add to that, Danielle is a perfect example of how you do not have to have your hair perfectly straight on a daily basis after having the keratin treatment done. Danielle's hair has been set today. It held up beautifully all day long. She has a very Veronica Lake influenced style going on from the 40s, which is very popular for long hair today in 2010. A lot of what you're seeing is going on is the 40s influence and style. Thank you, Danielle.
Hold on, we have another question here.
I have a question. Ronnie, over here. Yoo-hoo.
Ron, over here.
Ronnie, 2 questions. Number 1, does Mary Jo put any product in her hair when she washes it?
Yes, we actually have a shampoo and conditioner that come with the keratin treatment. It is a sodium-free shampoo, and that'll help it hold up better.
Right.
But you definitely probably want to use that. But for the shine and everything, she just blew dry it today. There's no shine in serum or shine spray. That's just the high shine that you'll get with the product. That's from keeping
Oh, go ahead.
It's from the cuticle being closed down. Like you could kind of think of it like everybody in Pennsylvania at the end of the winter when the roads are all, potholed and everything, and then in the spring they come through and they fill the potholes in, they put the fresh pavement over. That's exactly what the hair looks like, that kind of idea.
I have one more question concerning products. Like I buy my products from Sanderson Place, but Sanderson State Street. And it says on the bottle that it's sold at fine salons. Yep, when I go into Wegmans or I go into any of the other stores, they're selling the same product. Is it the same thing?
I could lie and say no. But yes, they are getting the same product in. The reason that a lot of these companies are getting product into CVS, Rite Aid, etc., is because a lot of these companies that are their parent company happen to own a chain of salons and therefore can get their hands on the professional product. I can add that it is absolutely no cheaper and sometimes more expensive than in the salon. And, excuse me, Tiffany.
Also, when you do get them in a grocery store, check the expiration date because a lot of the time they're expired. So you won't have the same effect that you have with the products that you're getting in the salon because they're getting the products that are already expired. So make sure you check.
You're welcome. Hold on, I'm coming.
Hi, my name is Mary Jo, and I'd like to go back to Mary Jo. Can you wear your hair curly, or do you have to wear it straight all the time once you get that treatment?
We did Mary Jo about 2 weeks ago. So it has been straight. When it's wet, it's straight. But after time, like after about a month, her curl is going to start to come back because the product kind of dissipates out. So it's not like a permanent thing at all. It kind of leaves the hair. The less you wash it, if you use the right shampoo, the longer it's going to hold up and stay really smooth and straight like this, but you are still going to have your curl back. And like as it wears off, she'll still be able to scrunch it and get that curl, but without the frizz and the flyaways.
Oh.
Hi. I have a question for everyone. First, Joanne. Joanne, I know you travel all over, you and everyone that works there. What are the latest trends? What are the latest hairstyles? And am I wearing the latest hairstyle? I need to know that. That'll be right up tomorrow.
You have to stand up so we can see that.
Dramatic fringe is in. Very chic, sophisticated, and simple hair is in. Now, this here is like a runway type hairstyle. If you look at the clothes this year, they're very graphic. So you want to keep the hair in that kind of nature. The lines are strong, and the designs are bold. So there's Sassoon cuts, but a lot of fringe going on. In men, it's a schoolboy haircut. Dr. Stahl, could you please stand up? There's the roughed up look. Charlie.
Charlie.
Donnie. Donnie's got more of a schoolboy, a sidebar. Joe. Look at that Twilight look. Look at his Twilight look.
Joe, we have the rocker look going on right now. The rocker look going on with Joe today.
What is Ryan Leckie wearing?
Ryan, where's our Ryan?
There he is. What's his style?
A rocket.
There he is.
But Joanne, remember, I don't know if this term is outdated, but teasing. You know, if you want that little extra poof. What is that? Is there a name for
It's
that?
texture. It's texture. There's a lot of texture in clothing and a lot of texture in the hair.
But teasing's still in. Teasing is still
Back
in.
home, yes.
Back home.
If you look at Caitlin, please.
Caitlin. Okay.
She's back home, okay? And they don't really want you to smooth it out because they want you to see that texture in the hair now.
So it looks like, okay, so you like to look like that busyness, you want to keep it on your head. Okay, and then thanks. I have a question about gel nails. It seems every place, everyone's talking about these gel nails. I remember the old gel nails that they put on, you had them forever, but now there's like a gel nail polish. What's up with that, and how long does it stay on, and is it high maintenance?
It's not actually a gel nail polish. It is actually a gel application. Think of gel much like acrylic, but pre-mixed. You can do a colored gel nail application, which will basically last for 2 weeks, which guarantees you perfect color and no chips. At 2 weeks' time, you come back in, we buff the color off, we change it up, keep it the same. And actually, clients are now wearing gel nails because the application is so thin. It's actually like your natural nail. You can't feel any bulkiness. And it actually guards against your nail, which promotes your nail to grow out. As your nail grows out, we can lightly buff the gel off, and in a matter of a month or two, you've got long, beautiful nails.
Oh, and my last question was makeup. What is new for makeup for the spring? Are purples in, greens, pinks? What is in for lipstick? And does your lipstick have to match your blush, or is that outdated as well?
I'm sorry. But what they're showing are sheer lips. That's going to be very popular in the spring.
Sheer high gloss lips are very popular for the spring. A lot of earth tones, Depending on your skin type and your hair texture, the color that your hair and eyes are, it's good to complement, your skin tone and what your overall appearance is. A lot of blues look good in nudes, browns, greens look really nice in plums, and browns look nice with plums also. But each eye can do a smoky eye also. You don't have to use, like I'm doing with Jillian, you don't have to use like a black. I'm using black and plum and a little bit of a raspberry just for a little bit of shimmer towards it so it's not so heavy. And also, if you're going to do a bold lip, it's nicer to go a little bit nuder on your eyes. And that's pretty much it. If there's anything else, just ask.
Ellen?
I just wanted to ask a question. A friend of mine, not me, of course. It was a friend, she went to the grocery store or the drugstore and she bought one of those boxes of color. I don't really know anything about it, but her hair turned kind of brassy looking. Is there a difference between products that you buy in the store and buy from your Sanderson State Street?
That's a great question, Ellen, and actually I could answer that for you. Your colors that you're buying in the store, are very metallic in content. They have a high metallic level, they're usually more alkaline, and they usually contain a lot of byproduct. So what happens is the combination of you selecting your own color, not knowing exactly what it's going to do, and the products used to formulate the color and develop the color, you're going to end up with that result. What we use in the salon it's like comparable to, say, a good prescription medication versus something you pick up in the drugstore. The time and energy spent into the development and research behind it is what you're paying for and what we're using.
Yeah, I'll tell my friend. Okay, Mr. Leckie has a question.
Stephen, maybe you can answer this one. I know we're talking about the hot trends and what's coming up. Do you foresee mullets ever making a comeback?
Absolutely not. Never again. And actually, right now, for the more edgy person, we have a lot of 80s influence going on, but it does not contain the mullet.
So if 80s are, what is in then that isn't the mullet?
Actually, what you're seeing a lot now from the 80s influence for your more edgy clientele are Nicole. Let me just come over here a little bit so everybody can see it. Mohawk influenced hair. You're seeing half-shaved looks.
That was a perfect example.
Actually, Nina. Come on down here, dear. Short cropped texture is very, very, very popular.
Two good examples. We have another question.
As far as product for your hair, I have all these products and I don't like any of them. What's one main thing that you should have? Gel, hairspray, what? It depends on what you're doing with your hair, then you have to have a whole bunch of different products, or does one product do a lot of things, or I'm confused.
Actually, it's a very good question. We feel it a very extremely important need at Sanderson State Street to educate you thoroughly on your hair. So we encourage our customers to leave the salon with whatever their needs are. And it really does depend on your individual hair and what look you're trying to achieve.
Well, everyone's hair is different.
And sometimes if you have a product that you know works well for your sister or your girlfriend or whoever, it may not work in your hair. So it's always important when you get your hair cut to talk to the stylist so that you get the right product for you.
Good.
Joanne, Matt Flynn would like to know if his hair is considered a comb over. And he also asked if mini wax could be used for the top of his head. His wife Kathy asked that question. He lets us make fun of him.
He's an easy target.
Joanne, what are you doing now?
Sammy here, actually Sammy went to Keystone to school today like this. I set her last night and she had to sleep in it.
Oh my God.
But the 80s, the 40s look with the beautiful curl is very popular now with a lot of volume. A lot of volume is popular also. So, I mean, isn't that curl beautiful?
It's gorgeous.
There's not much you have to do once you take them out. It's just sleeping in them. But with the curling iron, you really don't get as much volume as with a roller.
Joanne, what kind of rollers are they?
They're just your basic.
Are they hot rollers or just...
No. You do it wet? Yeah, you do it wet with gel.
You sit under those dryers that...
Yeah, you can sit under the dryers. She did last night because I have one of those, so she took it home with her and she did sit with it. But when yes. It's beautiful, isn't it?
Hold on, I'm coming.
Because she has different lengths, layers, and when I pull it up, it's not, her hair is textured. So I have to use the two papers to keep the ends in, or else you'll get fish hooks, frizz.
Are they all the same size
roller?
rollers?
Yes.
Joanne, this has to be done obviously on longer hair. I mean, can shorter hair be done to a lesser extent, a smaller roller? Or no?
Yeah, if you want it really close to your head, like really curly and close to your head, then yeah. Laura, I can't find you. Where are you?
I'm over here, Joe.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Now, what about the makeup? Did you do all the models' makeup and their hair?
Yes. we
So
did
you
today.
do have makeup at the salon and you sell it, and you'll give a makeover? If somebody wanted to come in, you'll do a makeover and tell them what?
Yes. Those two lovely ladies, the blonde and the brunette, raise your hand, girls. Those are putting on the makeup? They do that up there all the time.
And you said they look up there, right?
Yeah.
You have your own line?
You can come, it's not our own, we use,
Okay.
we use Bedhead Makeup by TG.
Oh.
And, they were really nice and it's very versatile. There's some very, pigmented colors if you like something more vibrant. She has, actually lime green and yellow on her eyes. And then there's, more subdued. She has more naturals. And, honestly, she's doing the smoky eye. There's something for everybody.
So do you need an appointment for a consultation?
Yeah, if you want to make an appointment for a consultation, if you're coming in to get your hair done or anything like that, Catherine and I can do a consultation with you. We also do cuts and colors and all that.
And you do wedding parties too, right?
Yes.
And then Stephen choreographs the dances? Just check. Joe.
What's a smoky eye? When do you wear it and how do you get it?
A smoky eye is exactly what I've done on Jillian. It's using darker eyeshadows to create a more smoked out look. It's for very dramatic if you're going out at night. You can do a more natural smoky eye if you use, say like a neutral color palette with browns and creams. You can also do that too. What you do is do the cream all over the eye, like the lighter color, and then in the crease of the eye, close your eyes, Julia. Where in the crease of the eye where it's darker, you would use the brown instead of the black if you wanted to do it, say, during the day, and you wanted your eyes to have a little bit more oomph, but you're, obviously going to the office, so you can't go with Well, you could. Depending on what you're wearing, you could do this. But you don't have to go this dramatic with the smoky eye. You can do it more subtle. I just did it more for, stage so you can actually see what a really, really dramatic smoky eye is for. Yes, it's black and plum with a little bit of like a shimmery raspberry, just to go over it to give it a little bit more shimmer. The top is a cream because you always want to highlight underneath your brow to give, your eyes a good shape. And I also, in the corners of your eye there and underneath, I go under with the light shimmer because that opens the eye up. Because people always tend to have dark circles around their eyes. So if you go in with like a little bit of a shimmer of a lighter color around your eye, it helps it pop out instead of being sunken. Liner is both on top of her lash and on the inside of her bottom lash. And underneath, I just did a little bit with the black eyeshadow with a little brush right at her lash line, just in the corners, just so she has a little bit more depth pulling outwards.
What about the inside of the eye when you pull your lid down, the lower lid, and color on the inside? Can that just be at any time?
You could do that at any time. It depends on what you're going for. It's always a more dramatic look if you're doing it on the inside of your lid, especially if you're using a black. It really pulls out the color of your eye, and it actually acts kind of like a shelf. So like the eye is your focus. It really emphasizes the color of your eye, the white of your eye. You could do it with a blue, which is nice, or a green, because that kind of just gives it like a more springy, open, airy look.
And then makes the whites look whiter.
Yes.
Yeah. What about the type of liner you use? Do you use, you said the powder with the angled brush, but what about that other type, not the liquid, but it comes, I don't know what they call it. It's like in a little, like a little
like a gel?
Almost like a gel.
Like it comes in something like this.
Right, and you would use a skinny little brush to do it.
That you have more versatility with that. With a pen, you have to put it on and you get a blunt straight line and then you have to smudge it. But with the gel, you put it on with the brush and you can kind of feather it whichever way you want. When you say?
Okay.
Yes, we do sell brushes there. Yep, and there's all different kinds of brushes to use. Yes, you use a different brush for every kind of look that you're going for. So, if you came in for a consultation, we can tell you how to do that. And what's that?
You don't put your eyeshadow on with the brush from your
No,
blush.
no. You might end up looking like a clown.
Now, is it true based on if you had someone come in for a makeup consultation, when you look at the way you want to do their eye, and just say it's a basic everyday application, I want to know how to better make my face look with makeup. So I'm going to ask you, what do I do? Do you look at the eye and the way the eye is set and that then determines what type of application? Or can anyone wear almost anything?
No.
Okay.
Well, yes, but it really does depend on the shape of the eye, the texture of the skin, your eye color, the way your brows sit. Somebody who has very small eyes wouldn't want to do a smoky eye per se because it makes it look even smaller.
Okay.
You'd want to open it up with using lighter colors. But someone with huge, gorgeous eyes like Jillian, she could do whatever she wants because she's got a bigger palette to use. So when you do come in for a consultation, we take into consideration your skin tone, your eye color, the shape of your eyes, and it's really very personalized.
So what happens when people, because I know, Joanne, you guys on that end, and you guys because you all do hair, when someone comes in with that picture and they say, I want to look just like my hair, look just like this lady here. Now, whoever it may be, and then their hair is wrong, so makeup and hair aren't that dissimilar in the fact that just because you like what this looks like doesn't mean it's going to look like that on you.
Yes, exactly. It really depends on your hair texture. If somebody comes in with a very sleek bob and they have very curly, coarse, thick hair, and the girl in the picture has very fine hair, there's no way she's going to have that.
Right.
We can give her a variation of it, but she's not going to have that haircut and that texture hair, and they need to understand that. And, you know, it's just the way it is.
So
Everybody
hence-
sees a picture and that's like, oh, I want to look like
Yeah,
her.
that's-
I want to look like Jen Aniston, but it doesn't happen.
You guys must deal with that all the time, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you have another question, honey? Joel, no. Go ahead. She's saying with the slick look on Danielle, can curly, it be slick in the front and curly in the back?
Yes. It's two different textures. So yes, you can do curly in the back. It's beautiful curly in the back and slick in the front. Yes. It is pretty. And plus,
Hold on. we have
and
another-
plus her, you know, you look at the face and you make sure the face shape is good, the jawline, the neckline. Sammy, why don't you take
We
a
have
walk?
another question too.
Let Sammy take a walk through it.
I have a question about having a pedicure. At your salon, you have just one standard pedicure, or do you have another besides the standard pedicure where you use instruments?
Actually, we have 3 pedicure services. We have a standard pedicure, and that entails basically getting your nails shaped and calluses smoothed, leg massage, and polish. We also have a spa pedicure, and that involves using a moisturizing mask, and it depends on which spa pedicure you're having. We have different scents. One is a marine botanical pedicure, so the scrub is actually a sand scrub, and the mask is a moisturizing mask done with peppermint oils and marine botanicals. And then we also offer a reflexology pedicure, and our nail technician, June, specializes in reflexology.
We have another question here.
Mine is not a question. I don't want to dismiss the fact what you girls with the hair do. You make everyone feel so good. And I think that's the most important thing here. We feel so good when we leave there. And I just wanted to
Yay, that's a good one. One more question on pedicures. Do people get gel on their toes?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And usually women, because we're busy and we're trying to do a million things at once, we're always stubbing our toes.
Right.
Therefore, we're cracking our big toe, chipping it off, and then we have to go on our cruise. So, and we can't go with 9 perfect nails. So we can top off that broken nail with either acrylic or gel, and preferably gel because gel does not break down with any exposure to product. Acrylic will wear down when exposed to water, lotions, acetone, polish removers, whereas gel is almost resilient. It does not break down with any chemical. The only way to remove a gel is to actually buff it, at which point you kind of free up the seal and it will just kind of pop right off your nail. But yes, we top off toenails with gel or acrylic.
So see, both hands and feet can be done. Anyone have any other questions that I'm missing? Because I think Joanne wants to. Joe, how about you? Anything else you want to talk about or have us ask?
Actually, I'd like to touch a little bit more on the trends, if I may. Actually, if I could have Jill come over closer to the stage. Just look at the audience there. Jill's hair is actually very popular for the season. Her hair is, my inspiration for cutting her hair was Michelle Williams from the cover of Vogue. And that whole geometric shape, the softness within the fringe area, and fringe area is translation to bangs, actually, which are wider and a little bit more like seductive looking, the definition in them without a doubt. Thank you, Jill.
You're going to pull someone else up and talk about another trend that might be of interest? Anyone?
Nikki?
This is Nikki, and as you can see, she's very fun looking. We went for more of like a pinup girl style, And she just has the face and the frame and everything to pull it off. And I've been seeing this a lot with, you know, the 40s waves and the barrel rolls, you know, in the 40s, 50s, and it just clicked with her. And with the color that she has and her haircut and everything, it just went really, really well. So Nippy, if you want to do a little turn and let everybody see.
We have another question.
Hello. At what age do you stop getting your hair cut? Like, I know like at a certain age they say, well, you shouldn't wear your hair longer if you're over the age of, say, 50.
I'll disagree with that statement. Let it go.
Does it make you look older?
Let it go according to your individual taste and your stylist's opinion. You should have a stylist that's honest enough to tell you that it's not working. Some people are 60s, whatever, and their hair is long and they look fantastic. It's just, you know, so individual. It's not a rule of thumb. I do have people that, you know, I've had along the years that I've said, it's time, like, it has to go.
Joanne, bangs. Don't say no, because you're looking at one right here. Are bangs, I didn't ask this question, I promise, Ellen. It was this lady right here. Are bangs still in? Yes. Yay! Okay, we have another comment or question.
Okay. I just wanted to say that I've had my hair and makeup done at probably over 10 different states in this country. And Sanderson State Street is by far the best place I have ever been to. I just want to tell you guys are awesome. Hair, color, makeup, they all do a wonderful job, and I would recommend them to anyone in America. They are phenomenal.
I know that, I know. She wasn't a plant, I know. She came up to me before and said, I want to say something, so you have another question?
What colors did you use on your model? On Maria, I did a natural look, and this is actually something that everyone can do. Because what I did, like in her eye, I did a liner right on her lash line. And everyone can do that. That makes your lashes look a little bit fuller. And then I went up in here with a beige color just to lighten up right where her arch should be. Little mascara, a little bronzer, and some clear gloss. And that's really something that everyone can do to give yourself a finished look without having a lot of makeup if you don't have a lot of time. If you don't like to mess around with makeup, this gives you a finished look without having a lot of product.
Catherine, that's the Bedhead brand?
Yes.
So that's what you guys use exclusively there?
Yes.
Bedhead. And that's product too, right? The hair and the whole thing. Do they do skin care or just color and hair product stuff? Do you know?
They do have lotions and body wash. They do have lotions and body wash. We don't have them in the salon, but they do carry it.
Okay. All right. Anything else? Any of you lovely people on stage have more? There we go. Any other comments you'd like to make?
Just getting back to the gel nails, the color gel nails. Actually, Catherine, who's applying makeup, is actually wearing color gel nails. And Tiffany as well.
And the beauty of the gel, which we talked about so often, is the shine that it provides. It's like you just walked out from getting your nails done. The shine is intense.
That shine stays for 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's great.
And actually, I have one of my models, Sue Rossetti, has been wearing, she was actually my very first color gel client. And we originally did hers as an overlay, basically using the length she had. And as time went on, we kind of extended them. We made them a little longer. We've made them shorter. We've done them French. We've done them red. We've done purple. She's been fabulous and really has helped me develop all different techniques and shadings. And it's amazing what you can do with the product.
See that? That's wonderful. And truly, the gel nails, they're the best. They really are. It's amazing.
Thanks.
I also want to give a little credit to someone who's, pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Catherine, remember? No. Catherine's husband, Mr. Joe Thomas, has been spinning the tunes back there. Can we have a nice round of applause for Joe, please? Joe's been hiding. There he is, right there. You see Joe in the morning. He's been substituting Nancy Kamen with Kevin Lynn, and you see him, hear him on radio and see him on TV from 8 to 9. He does a great job, and he helped us tremendously, so we thank you. Joanne and anyone else, do we have more we'd like to talk about, or are you okay? How much are the gel nails?
Gel nails start at $35, and that would be to just do an overlay over your existing nail and the length you've got right now. If you extend them, it's $60, and a fill is $25. And a fill is recommended 2 weeks. In 2 weeks' time, the product does start to break down, although it stays shiny, but realistically, the life of the product is 2 weeks. Anything beyond that, and then you're kind of like maybe risking breaking, because it will break down. It's not a permanent product.
We have another question.
It's really not a question, it's just a comment, and it's not about tonight's performance, but I would just like to thank all of you for your Get Pinked, because I think it's something wonderful you do for our community, so congratulations.
Absolutely, great. Hold on, we have another question. This is the party that never ends, Joanne.
Aaron, girlfriend, do the gels, if you keep putting them on, do they do any harm to your nails after you keep doing it every 2 weeks, or?
Actually, no nail application should harm your nails. It would be the person who's applying it that would be harming your nails. So I would say no, and like I mentioned earlier, women are now actually using gels to promote their own nail growth. And because the application really doesn't involve buffing down your natural nail, and none of the products are harsh. The government has actually banned most of the chemicals that were in acrylic products as of like 5 years ago, so that everything has been reformulated. The product stays pretty much flexible. If you're going to break a nail, you're going to break your acrylic, or you're going to break your gel before you will actually break your natural nail. So no, they do not harm your nails.
Okay, anything else? Is anyone looking? All right, good. Okay.
I know we were focusing on trends for women and everything, but I'd just like to talk about 2 of my models, Charlie and Donnie. If you could come up here. On stage, please, boys. All right. I just want to talk a little bit about their hair. Like, hair color isn't just for women anymore. Like, I know in the early, 2000, late, 90s, everyone had the frosted tips going and everything, but both of my models today both have hair color in. It's very subtle. Sometimes during this time of the year, even though they're both blondes, you want to perk it up a little bit. You could definitely do that without looking like, that platinum tipped hair. Thank you.
Thank you, boys. Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, I'd like to personally thank Sanderson State Street Salon, because this, as you can tell from everything going on the stage and all these beautiful people sitting here in the pews, they have done a terrific job, have stopped their business, closed today to do this, did all the models all day long, and all to benefit us here at the Cultural Center, to help us give to you a little bit of beauty expertise. And please, everyone, can we really show our appreciation, because we're a wonderful organization. And so if you have any hair needs, nail needs, makeup needs, skin needs, anything you need, please go up and see the gals and guys up at Sanderson State Street. They're right there on the corner, right on Grove and Sanderson, right on Grove and East, or State Street, right, Joanne? What's the actual address?
509 South State Street.
509 South State, right in Clark Summit. So go and see them. Again, we want to thank them. I want to please, if all the models would stand up again, thank you so much for everything you did for us. Great range of ages. You can see what everyone can do. We're going to pull these raffles now, ladies and gentlemen, so if you want to get your tickets out.
Go right up front.
All right. Well, one at a time. Okay. Get your tickets ready. What tickets? Did you buy raffle tickets? teaching courtesy of Dr. Albert Hazori at Hazori Dental. Is it Jerry Hildebrand? Am I getting it right?
Yeah.
This one is for a beauty-filled gift basket courtesy of Sanderson State Street Salon. And that goes to Marianne Gambucci. 3 of these. 3 we have here. Hold on, 2 more lucky winners. Lucille, starts with an R. Park Garden, Scranton. Okay. Gail Bedell. Next one is 50% off Invisalign treatment courtesy of Dr. Joseph Karam. And that goes to Mary Lou Vandrick, Dixon City. Okay, there we go. Last but not least, free 6 tooth lumineers treatment courtesy of Dr. Albert Hazori of Hazori Dental. God, these people are so generous. And that goes to Pat Martin. And again, 10% off of any cosmetic treatment at Dr. Albert Hazori if you mention WNEP Thursday Talk. So if you have anything done, you mention it, there's your reduction. So we'd like to thank you, Joanne.
Lori, I'd like to thank everyone here at the Cultural Center. You've been wonderful. And once again, the models and my staff. Joe for our music, Ellen, Beach Go, my friends, Lily, Mark, all my friends that came tonight. I'd like to have my other staff come up, please.
Come on up, ladies and gentlemen.
They've all worked so hard.
State Street Salon.
And then my husband, come up here, please. I'd love to thank my husband, Joe.
Joanne, where's Joe? Is he here?
Joe, come up here, please.
Come on, Joe.
Come on, Joe.
Come on. The man behind the woman.
Joe does a lot of our ads and photography.
Okay, now I'm going to ask one more time. This is a lot of work, a lot of work for all these wonderful people who helped us to help you. So let's give them a huge round of applause.
One more thing, we have a birthday, so everyone would join in and singing happy birthday to Lori Cannon, and we have a cake for her also. All right, come on up here. Come up here. Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Lori. Happy birthday to you. Everybody stay and have a
So
seat.
sweet. For my 30th birthday. Thank you so much, man. That's so nice. Stop it.